caught out.
It might be Yosatabekun. Another solid defense. And only 19 overs remaining in this game to go.
41 වන පන්දුවාරයේ අවසානයේ කිංස්වුඩ් පිළ මේ වන විටත් කඩුළු පහක් දැවි ලකුණු 158ක් ලෙස රැඳී සිටිනවා තවමත් තරඟයේ.
At the end of 41 overs, Kingswood's total is at 158 runs for the loss of 5 wickets.
One of the key partnerships in this game.
9 overs remaining in the Kingswood innings.
About to change the fielding lines. Yes. If you talk about the average scores of Pallekele International Cricket Stadium, 250 will be a good score. Another appeal from the wicket keeper, but there was a thick inside edge. Yes, they are rotating the strike. That's good. At the striker's end, it's Yosatabekun. Since the pitch has dried up a lot, it seems that fast bowlers, as well as making runs, is a bit easier than in morning hours. Yes, that was a good quick single from Kingswood batsmen. Yes, their placement is really good. They have identified what they have to do in this crucial situation in this game. In the latter part of the game, Kingswood is trying to get more and more runs to leave a bigger challenge for the Rajans team. Yes, the captaincy from Dharmaraja is excellent. They are, look at the field, the setup of the field. The deliveries are produced towards the batsmen according to the field. That's somewhat excellent, and that's somewhat. The Rajans team is wary of the high strike rate of the batsmen and has placed a lot of fielders in the deep fielding lines. Yes. It seemed though it would go for a boundary, but good fielding by the Rajans team. Yes, the shot was not that much powerful to go for a boundary. It felt safely. The Kingswood team really needs to be careful on those shots. The shots, Dakshita Manukalpa. Yes. Another shot that breaks away towards the boundary. Yes, that finds the boundary. Good shot from Kavita Kamage. That was powerfully struck into the left side.
At the end of the 42nd over, Kingswood's total is at 166 runs for the loss of 5 wickets.
Main big match century. He has scored 87 runs so far. Another 13 required. Kavita Kamage with 87 runs at the end of 42 overs and 166 total runs.
placement from Kingswood batsman. Yosat Abekon plays it nicely. That was a nice cover drive. And that finds the boundary. Yosat Abekon.
Yosat Abekon manages to thread the needle right through the cover and point fielders, giving another boundary towards the Kingswood team.
Yes, that was a gorgeous cover drive from Yosat. Nicely timed. A brilliant piece of batting from him.
A bit of in-swing on the ball.
Yes, the ball is drifting into the wicket.
Rajan's team really trying to bowl within the wicket-to-wicket margin, capitalizing on those leg before wickets, as well as shots that might lead in for the batsman to get caught.
Yes, now Kingswood has scored 170 runs. Another 50 will be enough for them. Another good placement from Kingswood, and that finds the boundary as well. Brilliant stuff from Kingswood.
The Kingswood team really is pushing the boundary by its definition.
Yes, there was not much power in that shot, but nicely placed using the pace of the ball into the offside and finds the boundary down the ground, and that's absolutely good for Kingswood. Many positives from Kingswood in this match so far.
A total of 174 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Kingswood leading a strong game.
Yes, there was hesitation with them after the loss of 170 in Battle of the Maroons. They are trying to make a good comeback in this game. Yes, Pulindu Pereira is bowling some full deliveries into the stumps.
The Rajan's team trying to go for full as well as Yorker deliveries, trying to get the batsman caught out or just get a leg before wicket. Either way, a wicket is going to be really valuable for the Rajan's team. And Kingswood trying to protect all the wickets at all costs. The change of field. Dakshika Manukalpa for the delivery. Goes for a long shot but does not break away for the boundary.
Yes, there was a possibility for Kavaja Gamage to strike that shot really hard into a boundary, but not well timed.
The ball might run away. No, it gets fielded.
There's a quick single from Kingswood. Yes,
Kavaja Gamage with 88 runs, needing 12 more runs to get a century.
a good delivery in the wide line.
The Kingswood team really trying to put the weight on the forward foot.
Yes,
Another shot that runs away to the boundary.
That's what we call about Yosata Bekon. Brilliant river sweep. And that went to the boundary. A good shot from them.
Just slips through the backward square leg and square leg fielders. Runs away to the boundary. Increasing the total number of runs to 179 for the Kingswood team.
Yes, Yosat has scored 20 runs so far in a small amount of balls in this one-day encounter. He has the power. He can go for big shots like that. Another good shot by Kingswood. A close call.
The Rajans team has opted to leave the cover points a bit more open than expected. Might lead for the Kingswood team to getting more runs than expected by singles and doubles. But it might be a strategy to get the batsmen caught out more quickly than they expected.
Yes, Dakshita Manukal playing comes with the ball. An inside edge. Totally safe. Yes, that's the end of the 44th over. With that, Kingswood has scored 181 runs for the loss of 5 wickets.
The Kingswood team capitalizing on the little mistakes that the Rajans bowlers might be making. Spirits are high throughout the stadium from both sides.
Yes, at the striker's end. Here is Kavija Kamage. Yeah, Dharmaraja continuing the spin attack. Only just a start. Comes for bowling for Dharmaraja. A big
spin.
A big turn. He gains that turn that the team required.
Only just a start, the right arm left spinner. First year player for Dharmaraja.
Powerfully struck by Kavija Gamage.
Makes a run for it.
And changes the sides for a single. Yes, Kavija Gamage is at 90. A good shot from Yosata Bekon in the gap. Now Kavija Gamage at the striker's end.
We can definitely see that the Kingswood team is increasing their aggressive play style.
Yes, Kavija Gamage needs only 10 runs to achieve his milestone in the Pallekele International Cricket Stadium.
It seems as though the Rajas team is focusing on preventing the Kingswood team from getting more runs rather than getting them caught out.
Yes, they are doing really well. They are rotating the strike between them.
Almost goes for a run out. The ball gets slipped past the fielder. It might actually go for a boundary, but gets...
Yes, that was
caught at the
overthrow
last
from
moment.
Dharmaraja fielder. But however, it's saved from Dharmaraja near to the boundary.
Some simple mistakes that might not be that simple if Kingswood gets to capitalize in all of them.
Yes, Kavija Gamage has scored 91 runs. Comes down the ground.
That's
goes high.
And that's caught by the Rajans fielder. Onajit De Silva standing right near the boundary. It seemed as though the ball went straight for the boundary, but it in fact gets caught.
Yes, Yosata Bekon.
Beautiful placement.
Yeah, played nicely and maintained a good strike rate, absorbing the pressure from Dharmaraja bowlers, and that provided the strength to Kavija Gamage to go for huge shots and play confidently.
A beautiful ball
Now
by
for-
Dharmaraja Chase.
Now for
Lands straight
Kingswood,
in the fielder.
Dharmaraja Chase comes to the crease. Only 5 overs to go for Kingswood first inning. 5 overs remaining. That should be somewhat decisive for Kingswood. They should make a change in this game. They have to go hard. They have to strike hard at a brilliant strike rate, at a higher strike rate, if they need to secure the victory of this one-day encounter. They have to go for big shots. They have to strike hard. They have to maintain a good strike rate.
Kingswood batsman on the field, Dharmaraja Ratnayaka replacing Yosa Tabekon.
Kavija Gamage.
Kavi Jagamage is still holding strong with 91 runs, only 9 away from a century. Kingswood on the defensive side.
Yes. Changes the side for a single.
Left arm spinner Dakshita Manukalpa delivering for the Rajans team. Kingswood has 6 wickets lost for the runs of 187.
Yes, the new batsmen at the strikers and Dharmaraja Ratnayaka have played 7 matches in this season so far and has been able to score 162 runs for Kingswood. Good placement in between the fielders, but goes straight to the hand of the deep fielder and changes the side for a single.
Apart from the occasional frequent boundaries, the Kingswood team is making most of their runs by running singles and doubles.
Again, the youngster, the vice captain of the Kingswood at this crease. Yeah, he's attentive to the game and he's playing to the deliveries according to the deliveries. He has identified what are the lengths of the bowlers of Dharmaraja. Comes down the ground.
Another shot.
Straight to the fielder, but I guess that there was a bounce on the pitch.
Do not get
given by the
deceived,
umpire.
viewers. It's not a wicket yet. Kavi Jagamage playing a safe game, getting those boundaries whenever possible, trying to see those weak links, openings, slides, whatever. Over to you, Javid Bandara.
At the end of the over, Kingswood College 189 runs with a loss of 6 wickets.
And that marks the end of the 46th over. Kingswood College 189 runs with 6 wickets fallen. Yes, we can see Kavija Kamake has been playing a really good innings, scoring 93 runs for Kingswood. He has, I guess, identified most of the weaknesses of the Dharmaraja bowlers. He's playing a really good innings.
Kavija Gammage and Dharmaraja Ratnayaka are the two set batsmen on the crease.
Onijas is out with the ball for Dharmaraja College.
Damita Ratnayaka is the batsman who is going to face the ball right now. Onijas Sisad from Dharmaraja College, well experienced bowler. It's the first delivery for Damita Ratnayaka. In comes Onijas. Goes for a shot but unfortunately misses the ball. Ball goes straight to the wicket keeper. Talk about the youngster Kavija. He is on 93 runs. A good catch by Dharmaraja fielders, and there goes Damita Ratnayaka. Very well bowled, and a good catch by Dharmaraja fielders, and that dismisses Damita Ratnayaka.
We can see that was some really good bowling by Onijas Sesat. Now we can see Dharmaraja players are creating much pressure on the Kingswood players.
The new batsman for Kingswood College, it's Dharmaraja Ratnayaka, who played 7 matches throughout the innings and have scored 154 runs and was able to score a 1/2 century. Dharmaraja Ratnayaka, well experienced player for Kingswood, is coming to replace Damita Ratnayaka. Kabiji Kamage is a set batsman for Kingswood, who is currently at 94 runs. Kingswood College 190 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Now it's very crucial time of the innings, the last few overs. Dharmaraja Ratnayaka is on strike. He is a well experienced batsman for Kingswood, who played some critical stages like this in the past big matches. Dharmaraja Ratnayaka is a second year player playing for Kingswood, so he should be able to do the task with Kaviji Kamage. Kingswood 190 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. In comes Onijas.
Onijas is out bowling against Dharmaraja Ratnayaka.
Good shot down the ground. Quick save by the Dharmaraja fielders. Quick running between the wickets and collects a run for the team. Kingswood College 191 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Now the expected batsman Kaviji Kamage is on strike. The youngster, the scoring youngster, goes for a shot. Good fielding by the Dharmaraja fielders.
Strikes off for a quick single.
Quick run between the wickets. I think Dharmaraja Ratnayaka is injured. Oh sorry, it's Kaviji Kamage. He's feeling a bit injured right now, I think. Barna and Kavija ran quickly between the wickets, and
That marks the end of the 47th over. Kingswood College 192 runs, fallen 7 wickets. For Kingswood College, Dharmaraja Ratnayaka and Kaviji Kamage remains on the wickets.
I think Kaviji is okay right now. He's coming in for the play right now. Barana and Kaviji, a good combination for Kingswood. Kaviji is the set batsman. Barana right now should defend the ball, should give the ball back to Kaviji, because he is the experienced player and he is the set batsman. There are only 3 overs remaining for the Kingswood. a good score will result a good innings. So Kavij and Barna should be able to score a good score, right, for Kingswood.
Kavija Kamake on strike for the first ball of the 48th over. We have to mention Kavija Kamake has been the one who's playing the really great innings for Kingswood with now 95 runs on his name. We have to mention he is also the person who did like a really great job in the test match as well.
And also the weather is totally set for the day, a good weather. Here at the Winston Hools Trophy, 35th Winston Hools Trophy. Kavij Kamage is the batsman. You can see quick changes in the field. There are two fielders in mid-wicket area and cover area.
There goes the first ball of the 48th over. Pulindu Pereira with the ball for Dharmaraja.
And talking about Dharmaraja fielding arrangement, 3 players outside the 30-yard circle. That should be aiming. They should be aiming for a wicket, aiming for a wicket by a catch or something. And Pulindu Pereira changing the fielding arrangement according to his field. Square leg into the mid wicket. In comes Pulindu. Decides to defend the ball, Barna Ratnayaka. As of now, shifting the ball would result in a good outcome. In comes Pulindu. Goes for a shot, and a beautiful hit by Barna Ratnayaka, goes all the way for a 6. A beautiful shot down the ground by Barna Ratnayaka on mid-on area. Goes all the way for a 6. A beautiful shot by Barna Ratnayaka, the striker of Kingswood.
Yes, indeed, that was a beautiful shot by Barna Ratnayaka, the first 6 by Barna Ratnayaka, and with that, the score of the Kingswood College goes up to 199 runs with the fall of 7 wickets.
And the score adds up to 199 runs with a loss of 7 wickets. Very well done by Barna Ratnayaka. Sixes and boundaries are the things which is needed at this time of the match. In comes Pulindu.
Here comes Pulindu.
Another shot.
Another shot.
Down the ground, goes all the way for a 6. Back-to-back 6s from Barna Ratnayaka. A very well good innings by Barna. Strikes back beautifully. Back-to-back 6s from Barna Ratnayaka, and it rises up the 200 mark for Kingswood. 205 for the loss of 7 wickets. Barna Ratnayaka, the strike of Kingswood, strikes back-to-back 6s. Beautiful innings by Barna Ratnayaka.
With that, Kingswood College exceeds the score of 200 runs. Now Kingswood College 205 runs for the fall of 7 wickets.
Everybody is enjoying the moment. We can see some happy faces in Kingswood faces. In comes. Goes for a shot again. Wide delivery. Wide delivery. Umpire signals it. As of talking about Barna Ratnayaka, he is the main striker. He is a striker for Kingswood. Goes for a shot again. Goes down the ground. And the ball finds the boundary. Another boundary by Barna Ratnayaka. Back-to-back boundaries by Kingswood team. 210 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Absolutely beautiful. Barna Ratnayaka playing back-to-back 6s and boundaries. Right now, as of now, Kingswood College 210 runs for the loss of 7 wickets, which is a good score. Right now, Barna Ratnayaka is the striker. 2 sixes and 1 boundary.
Yes, we can see it's good for Kingswood with Bharana Ratnayaka scoring back-to-back boundaries.
In comes Pulido with the ball. Another shot goes all the way. Goes all the way for a 6, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful shot by Bharana Ratnayaka. Back-to-back sixes, dominating the ground. Bharana Ratnayaka scores 6s. Back-to-back boundaries, 3 6s and 1 boundary up to now. This total adds up to 216 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Beautiful by Bharana Ratnayaka.
Yes, indeed. What a beautiful play by Bharana Ratnayaka. It was a great over for Kingswood College with back-to-back boundaries. What a beautiful play it was.
And that marks the end of the 48th over. Kingswood College after 48 overs, 216 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. And also we have to remind that Kavi Jigamage is 96 runs up to now. The crowd is enjoying the moment. Back-to-back sixes from Bharana Ratnayaka, which is a good backup for Kingswood team. Bharana Ratnayaka doing his task for Kingswood. Joining with Kavi Jigamage, the total 216 runs for the loss of 7 wickets.
In the meantime, while speaking about Bharana Ratnayaka, we also have to mention about Kavi Jigamage, who's also playing a really good innings. He's in just short of just 4 runs for his century.
Goes for a shot. Kavi Jigamage.
Another shot shaved near the boundary.
Conversations between the batsmen. Bharana and Kavij jointly doing the task for Kingswood. 217 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Now Bharana Ratnayaka is on strike. On Jesusat with the ball. Bharana Ratnayaka is a player who is eagerly finding runs, who is eagerly targeting sixes and boundaries. In comes Onija. Another shot down the fine leg area and goes all the way for a boundary, ladies and gentlemen. Ball finds the boundary by the bat of Bharana Ratnayaka. Another beautiful shot. Ball finds the boundary. Back-to-back boundaries from Bharana Ratnayaka. A very well job done for Bharana Ratnayaka for Kingswood. The total adds up to 221 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. We can see the Kingswood crowd celebrating the moment.
Here comes Onija with the next ball. It's another run save near the boundary.
Now Kabij Gamge is on strike. He is up to now 97 runs. Quick run in between the wickets and collect a run for the team.
Yes, a quick change of sides for a single.
Kingswood College 2-2 for the loss of 7 wickets. 223 runs for the loss of 7 wickets with that run. Bharana Ratnayaka is on strike again. Onija to Bharan. Goes for a shot on the long on area. Ball finds the boundary. And a beautiful boundary by Bharana Ratnayaka once again on the long on area. Goes for a boundary. Another huge boundary by Bharana Ratnayaka. And also we have to appreciate that the fielder from Dharmaraja College finds to save the ball, but unfortunately the ball hits the boundary before the save. With that, the 49th over comes to an end. After 49 overs, Kingswood College 227 runs for the loss of 7 wickets.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It was quite a beautiful play by Bharana Ratnayaka. Back-to-back boundaries. It is a good time for Kingswood with Bharana Ratnayaka and Kavi Jigamage.
Kavi Kavichi Gamage is at 92 runs and Barna Ratnayaka is at 32 runs up to now. Kavichi Gamage only need 2 runs for his century. And the striker Barna Ratnayaka need 18 runs for his half century. Conversations between the batsmen, conversation between the fielders. This is the most hyped moment of the match. Last over of the Kingswood innings. Barna Ratnayaka and Kavichi Gamage are the batsmen who are on the crease right now. 227 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. A good inning by Kavichi Gamage and quick runs by Barna Ratnayaka.
Yes, indeed, we can see the Kingswood is playing aggressive right now, but now it's on strike is Kavichi Gamage.
Sheshan Marasinghe takes the responsibility of bowling the last over. Kavichi Gamage is on strike right now.
Dharmaraja is in need of a much needed wicket right now. Would Sheshan Marasinghe will be able to take it?
In comes Sheshan. Goes for a shot down the ground and the ball finds the boundary. Century for Kavichi Gamage. He is celebrating the moment. Another beautiful century by the youngster Kavichi Gamage, the vice captain of the team. Scores his century with a boundary. A beautiful shot, beautiful innings by Kavichi Gamage and finds the century. That is an extraordinary player for Kingswood. Kavichi Gamage celebrates his century, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, we can.
His time. He is celebrating the moment. The crowd is celebrating the moment. The prefects, the school students, the crowd, everybody is celebrating the moment. Kavichi Gamage, an extraordinary player for Kingswood, scores the century, and he is able to strengthen the Kingswood innings by 100 runs, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing performance by Kavichi Gamage.
Indeed, we can see the Kingswood crowd celebrating the century by Kavichi Gamage as well. We should mention Kavichi Gamage is the person who played really well in the test encounter as well, and now he also scored a century here as well. He is doing really well here, we can say.
And also talking about Kavichi Gamage, this is his second ODI century in Winston Hools Trophy. He was able to score a century in the 116 Battle of the Maroons, and right now in the 118th he is doing the job again. 117th he is doing the job again for Kingswood. A very extraordinary playing style by Kavichi Gamage. In comes Sheshan Marasinghe. There goes a good ball by Sheshan Marasinghe, takes the wicket of Kavichi Gamage. Straight goes to the wicket. Straight to the wicket. Sheshan Marasinghe does the job for Kavichi Gamage. Says the job for King Dharmaraja. The ball finds the wicket. Another beautiful ball by Sheshan Marasinghe, and that dismisses the Kavichi Gamage. Kavichi Gamage walks back to the pavilion. Sheshan Marasinghe did the task for Dharmaraja, but Kavichi Gamage dismissing the crown. Kavichi Gamage leaving the crown with 100 runs.
That was for sure a much needed wicket for Dharmaraja. Kavichi Gamage goes out as soon as he scored his century. We can see Kingswood spectators celebrating on Kavichi Gamage.
Even though Kavichi Gamage goes back to the pavilion, the crowd is celebrating. Here we can see the Kingswood flag is there with Kavichi. Well done for the team. Well done. Good job by Kavichi Gamage. A good effort. A century for the team. Kavichi Gamage did the job, did the task as the batsman and as the vice captain of the team.
Yes, indeed, he played a really good innings and created much pressure on the Dharmaraja bowlers. He indeed did a really great job, And now I should also mention that was a very much needed wicket for Dharmaraja, taken by Seshan Marasinghe.
Yes, of course, Seshan Marasinghe took the best wicket out of the team. The wicket of Kavij Gamage, a much needed wicket. A good job by Seshan Marasinghe. Talking about the other hand. And now Banu Ratnayaka and Kenula Piliam.
With that wicket, it's through 231 runs for Kingswood College with 8 wickets fallen.
Kenula Pihilianga is the incoming batsman. He's a good player who was an experienced player for Kingswood. In comes Seshan. A huge appeal. Quick running between the wickets and collects a run for the team. Kenula Pihilianga and Banu Ratnayaka doing the task for Kingswood. Quickly running between the wickets and collecting the run in the last over of the match.
That was a big appeal but not yet given.
Also, we have to talk about Seshan Marasinghe, who is bowling a brilliant over for Dharmaraja College, a much needed over at the last over, which is an excellent performance by Seshan Marasinghe. And now the striker, Banu Ratnayaka, is on the crease. In comes Seshan. The ball misses the bat. Banu Ratnayaka goes for a shot. Unfortunately, the ball misses the bat. A good ball by Seshan Marasinghe. Kingswood College 232 runs for the loss of 8 wickets right now, which is a good score. The striker Banu Ratnayaka is on the crease right now. He's hoping for another boundary. We can see from his stance. In comes Seshan. Banu Ratnayaka quickly goes for a shot, but unfortunately the ball misses. Banu Ratnayaka is in hurry of scoring runs, and Seshan Marasinghe, knowing that he's bowling according to the field, and that kind of field, that type of bowling is the bowling which is needed in this type of the match. This time of the match, the last over.
Yes, that was for sure some really good bowling by Seshan Marasinghe, and here he comes again.
Goes for a shot down the ground. Quick running between the wickets. Good stomping. Good stomping. I think that's wicket.
And it was a run out.
The umpire doesn't give a signal. And that marks the end of the Kingswood innings with 233 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. In the last delivery, Dharmaraja team was able to dismiss Banu Ratnayaka, but quick running between the wickets and collects a run, and there are 233 runs for the loss of 9 wickets, which is a good score for an inning.
Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. We should mention that it was a good innings by Kingswood College for sure, like scoring 233 runs with 9 wickets fallen. And also I should mention Kavij Gamage played a really good innings for Kingswood.
You can see the batsmen coming out of the crowd under the Kingswood flag. The team did an amazing job by scoring 233 runs. Dharmaraja has a target of 234 runs to complete in 50 overs. Will they be able to do it? Will they be able to do the task for the team? Dulara Bandula Sen and the team, they have a target of 234 runs. Will they achieve it? Stay tuned with us.
Exactly, Kingswood College was able to create a big challenge on Dharmaraja College. Would they be able to successfully overcome it?
And that brings an end for the Kingswood innings. They managed to score 233 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. And the most
Pulindu just missed out on a century, while the batsman on the other side, Onajit De Silva, scored a and it's Yosata Bekon opening, delivering his best to get the best out of Pulindu. And Onajit, Pulindu is out of the crease. He might look for a good shot, and he does. That's the first boundary down for Dharmaraja. And who else but Pulindu Pereira to open up with a banger of a shot that goes on over the boundary for a 4.
What a shot from Pulindu Pereira to score this, open the scoring for Dharmaraja College. He did not wait to open the scoring, and that's a boundary for Pulindu Pereira.
And Pulindu Pereira means business for Kingswood. Yeah, the moment I saw him step out of the crease, I knew he was going to try for that boundary, because Kavi Jagamage did the exact same thing when he stepped out of the crease. Here comes the second ball, and it's very well wide.
Pulindu Pereira, he picked up the gap really well, and it's a fireball into the boundary. And score is 4 runs for no wickets. Pulindu Pereira with a boundary.
Yeah, 3 balls faced so far and 4 runs already for Pulindu Pereira. A lot of pressure on him, especially because he missed out on that century last encounter. Here comes Yosata Bekon.
Next ball hit into the gap as well, and they change the sides for a single. And Onajit De Silva will be batting for Dharmaraja College. He scored a magnificent century in the test game as well.
Yeah, with a good partnership. It was an excellent partnership with Isuru Pandala as well. They provided and they scored in every ball they faced.
Yes, Dharmaraja College, they made an over 200 run partnership in the first innings of the test game, and now it's chance for Pulindu Pereira and Onajit De Silva to shine.
Yeah, this could be a promising partnership for Dharmaraja, especially Onajit De Silva and Pulindu Pereira, looking to give them a good lead. They're 5 runs down now, right as of now in the first over. One more ball to face. So last 2 balls. Here comes Yosata Bekon. And Pulindu finds the gap, goes for his second boundary in this inning. It was not Pulindu, it was Onajit. Same as Pulindu, finds the gap between the boundaries. Pulindu did it and Onajit did the same. They're just alike, forming another great partnership. You can expect another excellent partnership on the way for Dharmaraja with De Silva and Pereira.
Brilliant shot from Onajit De Silva. The first ball he faced in this game and into the gap for a boundary. Last ball of the over. 9 runs conceded in this over already by Yosata Bekon.
Here comes the last ball. Already 2 boundaries in the opening over. Let's see what they end up with. And that's a bounce, but doesn't go into the fielder's hands. Back to the wicket keeper. It's the end of the first over. It's 10 runs for the fall of no wickets. That was the opening over that ended so far 10 runs with no wickets taken. It was a good opening over, not for Kingswood though, because Dharmaraja managed to score 10 runs in the opening over, and they really do have 223 runs more to score in order for them to win this match. And it's Dilshan Veeravansha. Nenuka Disanayakar hands the ball over to Dilshan. The captain advising him on how to deliver the ball in order to get their first wicket. If a wicket is taken, this is going to be a huge help for Kingswood.
He's the bowling change made by the Kingswood side. Dilshan Veeravansha coming into the attack to bowl the second ball of the innings. And Kingswood, they consider 10 runs in the first over. They need a good over to give a comeback.
Yeah, Dilshan Veeravansha, new face on the field in this ODI, this one-day encounter.
Dilshan Veeravansha, he played 6 matches in this season and he took 15 wickets and his best hit at 5 wickets for 34 runs against St. Mary's College, Kagalla.
Yeah, that is very impressive by Dilshan Veeravansha. Let's see if he could break this forming partnership between Onajit and Pulindu. Here comes Dilshan. And he leaves the ball for the keeper to collect. Onajit left the ball for the keeper to collect right there. No runs conceded. Like I said, Dharmaraja is going to have to do very well. Speaking of very well, here comes another boundary by Onajit De Silva. The second boundary for him, it's 4 more runs for him, 9, and it's 11 for Dharmaraja, 9 for Onajit with just 3 deliveries. This is looking even better for Onajit than it is for Pulindu.
That's a beautiful shot from Onajit De Silva. He wasted no time to get runs on the board and Dharmaraja totals up to 15 runs already after 7 balls just.
Very well timed by Onajit, knew exactly where to put that strike onto the delivery by Dilshan Veeravansha. It's 15 now for Dharmaraja. Onajit with 9 runs conceded off 3 balls. Here comes Veeravansha.
Second ball of the over, Dilshan Veeravansha.
And that's another wide delivery. It was very wide by Dilshan, trying to pick up his pace. Hasn't been a single dot ball, just given away runs. Even though it's starting a little bit better than it was for Kingswood. Kingswood did manage to get 233 runs. It's a huge score to chase. It's a huge amount of runs to chase. And it's Onajit and Pulindu trying to give us that hope. It's another wide delivery for Veeravansha.
3 wides bowled in this over already and the score is not looking good for Kingswood College right now. Dharmaraja College.
3 wide balls and a boundary. There's 5 more deliveries left this over because of those 3 wide balls that was delivered to Onajit De Silva. Onajit is out of the crease, and when a player is out of the crease, he might try for something new. Let's see what Onajit does. Oh, and he misses the bat slightly. That could have been a potential wicket right there if the bat did connect with that delivery.
This is not looking good from Dilshan Veeravansha. 4 wides in this over and a boundary. He might need some time. Let's see about it.
Has given away 8 runs already for Dharmaraja. Yeah, speaking about Dharmaraja versus Kingswood, the crowd looks electric right now. It's the first power play in the second innings and the fielders are inside the 30-meter range to collect that ball.
And it is pulling the pair around strike to face Dilshan Veeravansha's third ball of the over. He is on 5 runs after facing 4 balls in this innings.
Defended by Pulindu Pereira. It's a back foot defense. That's the first dot ball of the over. After 4 wide balls, a boundary.
Fourth ball of the over, Dilshan Veeravansha.
Here comes Pulindu. And
It's into the gap, and that will be another single for Dharmaraja College.
Five 20 runs so far for Dharmaraja. 10 alone in this over. It's been an expensive over for Kingswood.
Of course, 9 runs scored in just 4 balls.
It is not looking very good right now. They're going to have to pick up their pace. Here comes Dilshan for the last ball, and it is another wide signaled by the umpire.
This is the 5th wide ball in this over by Dilshan Veeravansha. And the score is up to 21 runs already.
Yeah, what do you think Dilshan should do because of these deliveries? He's going to have to up his game a little bit.
Of course, he needs to bowl this over. He needs to get some wickets. He needs a breakthrough.
Yeah, Innings Conclusion not looking very pleased with that performance, but he's patient. He knows what Dilshan can do.
Dot ball hits straight to the fielder. And one more ball to go in this over.
Ten runs given already in this over alone. And Onajit and Pulindu is staying put. Not scoring a lot of runs in this over. Except for that boundary by Onajit in the second ball. Here comes Veeravansha with the last ball of the over, and it's defended by Onajit De Silva. And at the end of the second over, 21 for no wickets.
So Tabegon ball in the third over of the innings, continuing the spell between these two bowlers. They're making some changes in the field.
Yeah, the ball is given back to Yesata Bekon, who gave the same amount of runs to Dharmaraja as Veeravansha the last over. It's 21 for Dharmaraja, no wickets already. But Pulindu and Onajit looking to strike back. Oh!
Keeper missed the ball and they get us. It should be a
It's a single for Dharmaraja again.
Couldn't really see if pulling to strike the ball or not. Did the bat connect with the ball?
I think the umpire didn't single it as a wide. I think it was a catch chance. Yes, it is. Kingswood missed an opportunity to take the wicket of Pulinda Pereira there.
Yeah. The mishap by the wicket keeper. Chant.
Good delivery by
Goes for a
Satabekon.
quick run. That was a risky shot, but did end up running for that one.
Yes, good run in between the wickets by the Dharmaraja batsman.
Yeah, the first delivery could have been a potential wicket, a huge and an important wicket for Kingswood, but due to the wicket keeper's mishap right there, missed a big chance. That's going to cost them big in the next couple of overs.
Wicketkeeper is also making the change for Kingswood College. Gauranga Bandara coming into the team.
Satabekon warming up. It's all about keeping their composure in an event like this, especially something as important as the big match, as the one-day encounter. And that goes for a bounce, but I don't think it's going to go over the boundary line. It's saved by the fielder. That was a good shot, but not the right intention of Onajit.
Dharmaraja batsmen are trying for some shots. They are looking for go for that boundary before the power play ends, because there are more fielders in the 30-yard circle in these first 10 overs of the game.
Yeah, the power play is very important for batsmen because they could go for some runs, and that's another chance missed by Kingswood. Dharmaraja trying to go for riskier shots. It's all about timing and finding the gap between all the fielders in the 30-yard circle. And screams for an appeal. Umpire says no, that's too high.
One more ball to go to end the third over of the game. Dharmaraja College 24 runs for the loss of no wickets. Munajit De Silva 10 runs and Pulinda Pereira scored 8 runs.
But as of now, Onajit De Silva is looking better than Pulinda Pereira. Scored 2 boundaries already, I think. Pulinda opened up with another boundary, but Onajit is facing the ball right now. He's striking right now. That's another quick single for Dharmaraja as they earn the over. At the end of the third over, it's 24 for the loss of no wickets. It's the start of the fourth over as Dharmaraja face on Kingswood's deliveries, mainly by Satabekon, who's bowling back-to-back overs again.
It's Dilshan Virvansha to take second over. It's a good delivery by Dilshan Virvansha, and the batsman's crossed for another single.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's not back-to-back overs. It wasn't Yosata Bekon. It's Veera Vansha back at the ball again, who gave away quite a lot of runs for Dharmaraja in his last over. Let's hope he changes that approach to bowling. Here comes Veeravansha. Another solid defense by Pullindu Pereira. Collected by the fielder, back to the wicket keeper. Have to say the wicket keeper did miss a huge chance for Kingswood.
So that was a tough chance for the wicket keeper, and that could have been the breakthrough Kingswood needed. The wicket of Pullindu Pereira, the big wicket.
Oh yeah, making Pullindu leave out the pitch with such a low amount of runs could be a great achievement for Kingswood, but that's on them for not taking that chance. Right now, Veeravansha delivering his second over, and Yosata Bekon has been really solid in the last 2 overs. But Veeravansha gave a lot of runs away for Kingswood. Here comes Veeravansha again. Defending.
This has been a good over from Dilshan Veeravansha so far. He considered 10 runs in his first over, but just 2 runs in this over.
Looking good so far for Veeravansha in his second over. Veeravansha back again. And he does try for a shot, but that's well fielded by Kingswood. Back to the wicket keeper. Could have been a potential boundary, but stopped by the fielder.
We can see Dharmaraja College batsman playing some aggressive shots there.
It's 27 for now.
It was a good delivery from Dilshan Veeravansha. It just missed the bat, and that will be the end of the 4th over of the game. After 4 overs, Dharmaraja College is 28 runs for loss of no wickets.
And that's a huge strike that will go for another boundary in the 4th over for Dharmaraja. It is the 5th over, and Anajit strikes yet again for another boundary. That was Pullindu Pereira. My bad, that was actually Pullindu Pereira striking yet again for Dharmaraja. The first delivery in the 5th over.
It's a beautiful shot from Pullindu Pereira, and Dharmaraja crowd is enjoying that really well. And that total is up, moving up to 31 runs now.
Very well timed yet again by Pullindu. And there they are, Nenuka and Yosat adjusting the field according to what they think Dharmaraja strikers are going to play.
You can see a fielding change in the pitch. The middle fielder moving to the long off place. Second ball of the over.
And that's
Into
well
the-
judged by Pulindu, who goes for another boundary. It's back-to-back boundaries for Pulindu in the 5th over. Goes off in the third man area where there were no fielders there to collect. Finds the gap right there. Goes for another boundary. Pulindu Pereira strikes again.
The Pereira now 17 runs not out. He's scoring runs here and there. These two fast bowlers has been punished so far. Two boundaries in the first two deliveries of this over. Third ball coming up.
That was a wide ball by Osaka Bikon. Losing his composure, has been really solid this far until this over. Giving away two boundaries and a wide ball. Nenuka. There is Nenuka trying to get your Sat's composure together, trying to make up his mind. That's true captainship, that's true leadership right there. Here comes Yosata Bekon again. Solid defense by Pulidu. And they do go for a run because of the mishap from the fielder.
That was really good run from the Dharmaraja batsman. Pulling the Pereira and Onajit De Silva.
That's 37 runs right now. $18 runs for Pulindu, 12 runs for Najit. Both of them forming a partnership that's very close.
And they are maintaining a solid run rate of something over 9 runs per over now. It's really good batting from these two batsmen.
switches sides for a single.
Dharmaraja College 49 runs for the loss of no wickets. Pulindu Perera and Onaji De Silva on strike.
We didn't have any centuries in the past couple of years from the Kingswoodians, but today we had a brilliant inning by Kavija Gamage. We saw that coming in the past few years from his performances. Again, a quick single. Kavija Gamage has a great future. We can see a great future from him, just like we saw from Pulindu from a few years back. It is really great to see these kind of amazing players, and even Bharana Ratnayaka's inning at the end, at the latter part of the Kingswoodian inning was really good, was really entertaining for all the Kingswoodian fans.
Yes, indeed. Bharana Ratnayaka did the task at the last few overs after the dismissal. Decides to go for the straight defense, forward defense, and that marks the end of the over. After 5 overs, Dharmaraja College 50 runs for the loss of no wickets. Sorry, after 6 overs, Dharmaraja College 50 runs for the loss of no wickets. Kingswood captain Yanugu Disanayaka decides to give the ball to the vice captain Kaviji Gamage, who is a brilliant bowler, who is a Kaviji Gamage, who is a good bowler for Kingswood. Kaviji Gamage was able to take 11 wickets, and his best is 10 wickets for just 3 runs. He's a talented youngster for Kingswood. In comes Kaviji with the ball.
Goes high up in the sky and races to a boundary. Dharmaraja is 50 up, the 50 up partnership for Pulindu Perera and Onaji De Silva, the 2 openers.
Another good boundary by Pulindu Perera.
Top edge by Pulindu Perera, but luckily it runs away to a region where there were no fielders, and it races to a boundary. A bit of a misfield, and Pulindu switches sides with Onajit for a single.
Onaji De Silva is on strike now. Dharmaraja College 55 runs with the loss of no wickets.
Something very special that we saw in the two-day match as well from the Dharmaraja batsmen were they were changing, they were switching the striker every over, every delivery that it was possible for them to switch. And by that it is making the fielders hard to set up the field according to the batsmen, and that is some good tactics Dharmaraja were able to execute during the two-day match. And today also we can see that whenever you go for a boundary next ball, they try to switch the sides. A delivery to the leg side, and that races to the boundary.
The ball finds the boundary. Loose delivery by Kaviji Gamage. A leg by. by Onajit De Silva. Ball finds the boundary. And the total adds up to 60 runs to the loss of no wickets. Onajit De Silva and Pulindu Pereira switching sides and building up an amazing partnership for Dharmaraja College. Pulindu Pereira 29 runs in just 23 balls. Onajit De Silva 18 runs in 17 balls, which is a good partnership. If Pulindu Pereira and Onajit De Silva manage to keep this partnership straight, it will be a huge risk, it will be a huge challenge for Kingswood to break up the partnership. Gauranga Bandara is the wicket keeper of Kingswood, who is playing his debut big match here at the 35th encounter. Pulindu Pereira and Onajit De Silva always trying for a run, and that marks the end of the over. After 7 overs, Dharmaraja College 61 runs for the loss of no wickets.
That marks the end of the 7th over of the Dharmaraja innings. The total stands at 61 for the loss of no wickets. එලෙසින් නිමාවට පත්වන්නේ තරගයේ 7 වන පන්දුවාරය ධර්මරාජ විද්‍යාලය. පන්දුවාර 7ක් අවසානයේ ලකුණු 61යි කිසිදු කඩුල්ලක් නොදැවි.
At the beginning of the 8th over, Dharmaraja is 61 for the loss of no wickets.
We can see Kingswood wicket keeper Gauranga Bandara is changing the fielding arrangement. A good delivery by Dilshan. Onajit De Silva is on strike. Now it's a very enjoyable moment here at Palekala International Cricket Stadium. The crowd, both the Kingswood and Dharmaraja crowd, is enjoying their moment here at Palekala.
We had the parade today in the morning, so a lot of crowd is gathered here today compared to the two-day match. A leggish delivery and umpire signals wide. So a weak point that we saw with Dilshan was there were a lot of wide deliveries by him. They need to reduce these extras, because when it comes to a 50-over match, it doesn't matter how much skill you have. What matters is the amount of reducing the amount of mistakes that you do. So
Yes, of
even
course.
if it is a very skillful player, if you do a lot of mistakes at that point, at that day, you will only go for a loss. So at the moment, there are a lot of extras going from the Kingswoodian side, especially from Dilshan. If he can get the correct line and length, I'm pretty sure he can put up huge pressure on the Dharmaraja batsman.
Yes, of course, Dilshan needs to reduce these extras, because these types of mistakes are the mistakes which result in a bad way for Kingswood. So Dilshan needs to reduce these mistakes, and Nenuka needs to take good decisions in order to bring the success for Kingswood. In comes Dilshan.
Another leggish delivery, and that goes for another wide.
Another wide delivery from Dilshan. Back-to-back wide deliveries. As I said earlier, Dilshan needs to reduce these extras, which will result in a bad way, for the Kingswood. The score is 234. The target is 234 runs. Now at 7 over mark, Dharmaraja is at 64 runs. So Dilshan needs to reduce these types of extra runs. In comes Dilshan. Goes for a shot down the ground. Nicely placed in the gap and finds the boundary. A beautiful shot by Onajit De Silva. Goes straight in the boundary. Quick place, good placement, and the ball goes down to the boundary. A good shot by Onajit De Silva. Back-to-back boundaries. In comes Dilshan. Pulindu decides to defend the ball.
With the experience that we can see from Polindu, all the time when he gets a loose ball, he tries to punish it. So what the Kingswoodians need to do is try to minimize these loose balls and try to keep up the pressure, because if they can really do that, they can snatch up this wicket as well.
Yes, of course. Another wide delivery from Dilshan. He needs to reduce these wide deliveries, as we stated before. These types of extras are the things that will result in a bad way for Kingswood. So Dilshan needs to reduce these extra runs in order for their victory.
Yes, Tevinu. So one thing from these extras which is happening is reducing the pressure on the batsman, and secondly it is tiring the ball as well, because he has to bowl extra deliveries in every over, and therefore the amount of tiredness that he gets is really high. That was beautifully flicked by Polindu Pereira and races to another boundary, second boundary of this over. Beautiful flick by, beautifully glanced by Polindu Pereira.
Yes, the plus point that we can see from Polindu is that he's targeting the loose balls, he's targeting the weak balls, and he's punishing them with his talent, and that's a good thing that we can see from Polindu Pereira. The ball finds the boundary in the fine leg area. A beautiful shot by Polindu. Now we can see the wicket-keeper Gauranga Bandara and the captain Yenuga Disanaga is talking with the bowler Dilshan. After the discussion, they go back to the arrangement. In comes Dilshan with the ball.
And there goes Polindu. A very high delivery, but the Kingswood fielder saves it.
That was a huge chance. The ball was high up in the air for a long time. But unfortunately,
Polindu went down the ground, but he was safe. At the end of the 9th over, Kingswood is 74, Dharmaraja is 74 for the loss of no wickets.
Kavi Chigamage decides to take the ball. Now we can see the vice captain Kavi Chigamage arranging the field according to his needs.
We can see a change of the number of Kavi Chigamage in this match. Usually he plays it 56,
54.
But today he has switched up to 100, and just as his jersey says, he scored a century,
He scored a century.
which was amazing.
As a young and experienced player playing in the squad, he did his task. In comes Kavija.
Onajit De Silva on strike. We can see a similar pattern of batting that we saw from the Rajans on the two-day match. We saw Pulindu scoring up the boundaries and turning up the scoreboard while Onajit was staying up on the crease on the other side. We can see the same thing by the two batsmen today as well. Pulindu going for big shots and Onajit trying to collect those couples and singles and support Pulindu Pereira.
Yes, of course, the combination Pulindu Pereira and Onajit De Silva did the task in the two-day match, and here they are doing it once again in the one-day encounter. Another good shot finds the fielder.
A small
Straight
mix-up
into wicket.
and umpire says no. Today, one major player from Dharmaraja is missing because of an injury, Nisala Beratna, who was the man of the match of last year's 116th Battle of Maroons. Today, due to an unforeseen injury, he is not able to play, which is a massive disadvantage for the Rajans. But as of now, they are managing it quite well. Let's see what will roll on.
Yes, of course, talking about the run rate, Kingswood took 30 overs to complete their century, but now Dharmaraja College, after 8.4 overs, they have reached the 75 limit. So actually they are playing in a good run rate. Pulindu and Onajit. Now Pulindu Pereira is 40 runs by 31 balls. So the combination Pulindu Pereira and Onajit De Silva is doing the task. The ball finds the fielder.
Nenuga Disanayaka, the fielder, the skipper of Kingswood.
And that marks the end of the 9th over for Kingswood, 9th over Dharmaraja. After 9 overs, Dharmaraja College 75 runs for the loss of no wickets. And also talking about the weather here at Pallagale, it's a fine day with good weather for bowlers and the batsmen. And also we have to talk about the crowd, which is an amazing thing from both Dharmaraja and Kingswood, supporting their teams. Amesh Rupasinghe takes the responsibility of bowling the over. Amesh Rupasinghe, who was a fifth year player playing for Kingswood, was able to take 11 wickets throughout the Battle of the Maroons, and his best was 6 wickets for 20 runs. Pulindu Pereira, a good shot, and ball finds the fielder. Talking about Amesh Rupasinghe, he is the captain of the Kingswood team in the 116th Battle of the Maroons. And now he is doing his job in the 117th.
Pulindu Pereira on strike.
And talking about the performance of Amesh Rupasinghe, he was unsuccessful with the bat today, and now he is trying his best with the ball. Let's see, will he able to do the task? Goes for a shot.
Beautifully cut by Pulindu and it races to the boundary. Well connected. Another boundary by Pulindu Pereira.
Placement is correct and the ball finds the boundary. A good cut shot by Pulindu Pereira. Dharmaraja College 79 runs for the loss of no wickets.
That was a huge appeal by Amesh Rupasinghe. It looked like it went straight, but umpire says no. That was a close score.
In comes Amesh with the ball. Targets the fine leg area, but the ball goes straight into the fielder. We can see an adjustment in the fielding positions here. The fielding arrangement has been changed. One silly, one slip. The ball goes straight into the fielder.
Drives it from the back foot and didn't place it well. At this point, the run rate is quite okay for Dharmaraja. Another short delivery.
And that marks the end of the 10th over for Dharmaraja. Dharmaraja College after 10 overs, 80 runs to the loss of no wickets.
So far, Dharmaraja have done their job really well. Now absolutely no pressure on Dharmaraja. They have scored 80 runs in just 10 overs at a run rate of 8. Pretty decent stuff from Dharmaraja, and the required run rate was about 4 and 5. But Dharmaraja has scored to a limit about 8 runs per over. Much positives for Dharmaraja. Kavija Gamage. Brilliant save from him. Dharmaraja has to chase 153 runs at the moment. Yes, exactly. Here Kavija. Hardly struck and goes straight to the fielder. We saw some dark clouds when we were going to the lunch break, but fortunately now we do have a clear sky. This Kavija again comes, and that goes straight to the field as well. No runs were secured in that delivery. Onaji De Silva playing his last big match, and he's doing a quite decent job, just like he did in the two-day match. Let's see whether he will be able to do the same in this match as well. That's it out too. Januku, if we examine how these two openers do their job in the 117th battle of the Maroons, we saw Pulindu Pereira was striking at a higher strike rate, and Onanji De Silva was at the non-strikers end, and he was protecting one end at one end. Yes, true, Sandakit. That's exactly what we saw in the 117th Battle of Maroons. But again, today as well, we can see Pulindu at 46 for 37 deliveries, and with a higher strike rate, of course. And Onajit is at 20 for 29 deliveries. So we can see the strike rate difference between those two batsmen, and we can clearly see Onajit is letting Pulindu to do the scoring stuff, and he's saying that he'll stay on the crease and help Pulindu to score runs. That's exactly what we can see from the two batsmen today as well. So at the end of the 11th over, Dharmaraja is 81 for the loss of no wickets. So far, Kingswood has tried different ways, different variations in the bowling spell, and they went with the pace spell, and now they are trying to go with the spin spell with Amesh Rupasinghe and Kavija Gamage bowling from the two different ends. But still, Dharmaraja has been able to dominate over Kingswood, and no wicket is down for Dharmaraja, and they have 81 runs in the count so far. Only 11 overs done. Still there are 39 overs to go ahead in the match to bring a conclusion in this match. So Dharmaraja gets the ball for Kingswood. His opening spell. Yes, Januka, if we talk about Dharmaraja, he's a batsman that has the power, that has the potential to go for big shots, and in the aspect of bowling, he has the power and he has the mindset to take the wickets. Medium pace bowler, but has the potential enough to go for breakthroughs. Yes, Sandake. When it comes to Bharan, what I get reminded of is Onajit from Dharmaraja. Similar kind of a batsman Onajit is. His batting style, he changed a lot during this year. In the past few years, he was a striking batsman because he has a lot of power, but we can see his different approaches benefiting him, staying on the crease and playing like that. When it comes to bowling, Onajit can bowl good pace deliveries by just a short run-up because of his shoulder power. A nice back foot shot by Pulidu Pereira. Well fielded from Kingswood. So just as Onajit, we can see Bharan from Kingswood. We have a batsman, a player with good strength, and he can go for big shots. At the same time, he can go for good pace deliveries with good bounce because of his arm, because of his shoulder power that he has. A close goal. The wicket keeper was keeping right up in the first delivery and decided to go back. Maybe Bharani is bowling with extra pace than expected, which seems like a good sign for the Kingswoodians. Yes, Januka, when I talk about Onajit De Silva, the person that came into my mind in Sri Lankan squad is Sadira Samaravikrama. Striking at a normal strike rate but protecting one end, and it helps the batsman at the other end to go for big shots, and it helps the batsman at the other end to build up some confidence and go for big shots.
Exactly. When it comes to the previous years of Onajit, we didn't see that from him, but this year he has built up that self-discipline and staying up the crease. That he has improved a lot, which has resulted him in scoring a lot of runs in his this year's season.
Yes, Bharana Ratnayaka's line is very consistent this time, and his length is too good for Pulindu Pereira right at the moment. Only
This-
2 runs was able to score in this over so far. 5 deliveries done. 1 delivery is remaining to go in this over.
Seems like Pulindu is a lot frustrated than he was before with these great deliveries by Bharana, because generally Pulindu is a player that likes to go for big shots, but he was restricted a lot in this over. And another dot ball by Bharana, which was a great over. At the end of the 12th over, Dharmaraja is 83 for the loss of no wickets.
So it's the time to the drinks break. And you can see a pleasant weather condition over the Pallekala International Cricket Stadium. Yes, again, you all have joined with the live stream of the
We saw Dharmaraja was accelerating in the first 10 overs, but now there seems a quite bit restricted in the last couple of overs, restricted for just 3 runs. So it seems like finally Kingswood is coming up to the point that they wanted to be. Kavija Gamage bowling his 5th over.
Yes, Januka, if you talk about this spell, Kavija Gamage and Bharana Ratnayaka, it is somewhat required for the Kingswood side. Another good delivery, perfect line and the length.
Nearly missed the tip of the bat.
Yes, in one day encounters, what we need to find a breakthrough in the match is the pressure. The pressure is a must to get a wicket. That pressure leads the batsman to take a mistake, and that leads to a breakthrough of that team. So Kingswood has to do it. Now they have to be strict in the aspect of fielding as in the aspect of bowling as well.
That was a beautiful paddle sweep. Tried to
Yes, a very good save from Kingswood. The ball was a little bit into the leg side. Pulindu Pereira saw it before and punished that into the leg side by a paddle.
Sandakit, correction, that was Onajit who played that shot. Pulindu on the crease, striking at the moment. Another good delivery by Kavija, restricting Pulindu just for defense.
As 4 deliveries done in this over, and only 1 run is conceded by Dharmaraja. So now Kingswood is trying to come back into the game. They had a somewhat good rhythm when they are batting. In the last few moments, they came back. They bounced back into the game really well. So they have to continue the rhythm that they gained.
We can see the Sri Lanka badge on Pulindu's helmet.
Yes, Januka, that's the end of the 13th over. Dharmaraja 85 runs for no loss.
So what I was talking about in the previous over was the badge which is on Pulindu's helmet. That privilege is that privilege of having that badge on the helmet is only for few players from the country. Pulindu, of course, played for the under-19 cricket team of Sri Lanka and represented the country as the opening batsman in the Pakistan tour, West Indies tour, and also in the Asia Cup as well as in the World Cup as well.
Yes, Amesh Rupasinghe, the former captain, takes the responsibility on to his shoulders, and now he's back with his spell. 2 deliveries done in this over so far. No runs were secured from Dharmaraja. Pulindu Pereira at 49. 1 more run needed to gain the half century for himself.
Beautifully paddle swept by Pulindu Pereira, and he switches sides for his half century. A brilliant inning by Pulindu Pereira. 50 runs out of 49 deliveries.
Yes, he is a frequent performer in the Dharmaraja side, represented the Sri Lanka under-19 squad in this year. Pretty good stuff from Dharmaraja. Openers are doing pretty well. Pulindu Pereira was able to score 50 runs in just 49 deliveries, and Onaji De Silva protecting one end and has been able to score 21 runs in just 33 deliveries. Amish Rupasinghe in comes with the ball for the fourth delivery.
Cut by Onaji De Silva for a single. Pulindu exactly knew what his role was, what his responsibility for the team was, and what the captain Dullar Bandhurasena wanted from him, and he is doing exactly what he was told to do.
Yes, so far Kingswood is doing well. In the first few overs, they went somewhat expensive, but now only 3 or 4 runs was able to score for Dharmaraja per over. Brilliant from Kingswood, and that's the end of the 14th over for Kingswood, and Dharmaraja 88 runs for no loss.
Kavija Gamage with the ball, and that was an edge by the bat of Pulindu Pereira, but luckily there was no slip and it races to the boundary. Kavija Gamage indicating to the wicketkeeper that it was a chance for the wicketkeeper, but I don't think it was a possible catch for the wicketkeeper. If there was a slip, it was absolutely a slips catch, but unfortunately the field setup was not perfect for that ball.
Yes, a slight mistake from the wicketkeeper. When we talk about the wicketkeeper, Gauranga Bandara, just 18 years old.
Another edge, but well stopped by the Kingswoodian fielders.
Yes, we were talking about Gauranga Bandara. He's a frequent player and a well-experienced player playing for Kingswood side. And I think this is the maiden big match for him.
Cricket is a team sport, and that we can exactly see from the two batsmen of the Dharmaraja side. Many people most of the time says that when it comes to cricket, it's kind of a team sport, but as well as an individual sport as well, because when it comes to the end of the day, if you score runs for yourselves, then you will have the highlight of the day, then you will be the name that everyone will be speaking. But then again, when it comes to winning the match, team game, and
Tried for attempt, and a good attempt from Dharmaraja, good attempt from Kingswood, and good fielding from them.
yes, so what I was talking about was when it comes to the result of the game, team game is the most important thing that we have to see from the cricket players, and we can see that is happening from the Rajans batsmen at the moment. 95 for the loss of no wickets, with one batsman striking for huge runs and the other batsman not putting up singles and doubles and helping the other batsman.
Yes, Januka, talking about what you talked in the previous couple of deliveries. When we talk about the individual performances, that came into the international cricket because of the franchise cricket, as I guess. Franchise cricket gives a prize to a player based on his performances. So that's the basic thing that's behind this.
Yeah, this is a huge debate we can see on many fans and many cricket enthusiasts. We can see some players, some of the new fans, I would not say new fans, but some of the fans don't like these type, the test matches, because they see that it as a time waste. But personally, I do think that cricket was originated from the test cricket, a close call by Onajit De Silva. So when it comes to cricket, it was originated with test cricket. So it's where the heart of the cricket is. So what we need to understand is that when it comes to test cricket, that is where we can see the pure spirit of the sport, pure cricket from everyone.
Another huge appeal, but not given. Amish Rupasinghe, the former captain, doing that by himself. Yeah, Januka should add something about the debate about test cricket and modern limited over encounters. So what I feel is test cricket is somewhat enthusiastic. If you think about test cricket, it's the cricket, the genuine cricket that tests your levels, especially the physical strength, mental strength, and your enthusiasm and your patience levels. So those are the key points that a cricketer needs to have if he need to be successful.
Yes, exactly. But at the moment we can see with the entering of these T10 leagues, T20 matches, it just brought up a new aspect of the sport, new aspect of cricket, and because of that we can see that it is slightly going towards the individual side of the players, individual performance, rather than going with the team spirit. But then again, different formats is very important for a sport to have a good amount of fans and passion for the sport. So what we need to understand is that at the end of the day, even if it is about scoring runs for yourself, still if you can have that team spirit and play for the team, then you can give a good result for yourself and for the team as well.
A close chance. Yes, that's the end of the 16th over. Dharmaraja 98 runs secured for no loss.
Dharmaraja team only 2 runs away from scoring a century for the whole team at the end of 16 overs, the loss of 0 wickets.
Kavija Gamage into the attack for Kingswoodians. Dharmaraja 98, just 2 runs away from the 100 runs partnership of the openers. That was a short delivery, but straight to the fielder.
Yes, Kavija Gamage bowls some back of the length deliveries to make the batsman uncomfortable. Now Kingswood have done their job really well. Dharmaraja was unable to go for big shots since couple of overs.
And that was well played by Onajit De Silva and races to the boundary. That was Bice. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, with that, Dharmaraja gains the century total here. Only 16 overs done. Kavija come again, comes with the ball.
That was well swept by Onajit De Silva, and this time he connects it and goes to the boundary.
Yeah, Januka, if you need to build some pressure, what you have to do is not providing loose deliveries like this in the previous boundary. That was some kind of a unwanted delivery and not well fielded by the wicket keeper. And in the next delivery, he provided a delivery going into the leg side, and that was paddled away by Onaji De Silva, and that went to a boundary. So these kind of things should not happen in this game if you don't need to dominate.
Switches sides for a single after a boundary.
Yes, the previous overs was well bowled from the Kingswood end, but this over, so far 10 runs were secured from Dharmaraja's side.
Again well swept by Pulindu Pereira this time, and it also races to the boundary. Similar kind of shots by both of the batsmen, and both of them connects it well. 112 runs partnership. Brilliant start by the two Rajans batsmen. And at the end of the 17th over, Dharmaraja is 112 for the loss of no wickets.
Yes, again, Onajit De Silva at the striker's end. Amish Rupasinghe, the former captain, with the ball right now, and continues his spell. One slip in place. A nice arm delivery from Amish Rupasinghe. Yeah, I thought because of the one slip failed at the slip place, it was a ball that spins away from the leg stump. Leg stump.
Amish Rupasinghe, the former captain of Kingswood, has a lot of experience, and we saw that experience in his couple of overs. Again, switches sides for a single.
This rotation of strike is somewhat really important for Dharmaraja openers to do. Not only for Dharmaraja openers, for every cricketing pair of batsmen.
Again, beautifully cut by Onajit.
Yes, beautiful placement from Dharmaraja batsman.
Beautifully driven by Onajit. 3 singles in the first 3 delivery of this over. Again switches sides for another single.
Up to now, Dharmaraj did their job really well, and they just have to maintain the rhythm of them to get the conclusion of the game towards their side. Nicely paddled. Huge attempt but not given.
Umpire signals it as a leg by.
If we compare how Kingswood played in the 117th Battle of the Maroons with how they play in the one-day encounter, that's totally different. Kingswood has managed to come back really strong.
This time they take couple of runs, and at the end of the 18th over, Dharmaraj is 116 for the loss of 0 wickets. We have a bowling change by the Kingswoodians. Kenula Pihilianga comes with the ball for Kingswoods.
Yes, Januka here, the youngster Kenula Pihilianga comes with the ball for his opening spell. Here we have Kenula Pihilianga, has played 7 matches in this season so far and has been able to secure 5 wickets in his account. He can bowl with a pretty good length and line, and he is one of the consistent players in the Kingswood side.
Kenula Pihilianga cut by Pulindu Pereira, but no run at that delivery.
Kenula Pihilianga counts for the 3rd ball.
This time straight to the bowler.
It's a grand length and light by Kenula.
Yes, Kenula Pihilianga gets the turn in this pitch.
Another good delivery by Kenula. Good turn as well. It seems like Pulindu Pereira is taking his time to judge the bowler, because it's a bowling change from the Kingswoodians, and There's no need of giving out wickets at this point after building such a good partnership.
That's great ball by Kenula once again. 5 dot balls in all.
Last delivery of this over. So far, dot balls in this over. Let's see whether Kenula can make it a maiden. And yes, it is a maiden. At the end of the 19th over, Dharmaraja is 118 for the loss of no wickets.
That concludes the 19th over, which ended as a maiden over for a total of 118 runs and still keeping all the wickets of the Rajan side.
Last bit. It's Kingswood skipper back to the game. Nenukal.
We have the Kingswood skipper bowling. Replaces Amesh Rupasinghe. Again a dot ball.
It's a great bowling display by the Kingswood skipper Nenukal.
A full toss by Nenuka Disanayake, but again a dot ball. We can see the frustration from Monajit. It was a loose ball, but he couldn't pick it up well. Tries for a reverse sweep, and
a
it,
great bowling by the Kingswoodian skipper. What a ball
that was wrong judgment by Onajit De Silva. It went straight to the wickets, and he tried for a paddle sweep, and unfortunately that hits the stumps. The Kingswood skipper strikes in, and Nenuka Disanayake takes the first wicket.
Onajit De Silva departs right now for Dharmaraja College, and it's 118 for fall of 1 wicket. Captain Nenuka Disanayake getting the breakthrough here for Kingswood College. Can they capitalize right now? That's the main question we all have. It was a very good partnership between Onajit De Silva and Pulindu Pereira, but now it's another wicket fall for Dharmaraja College, and it's all joy for Kingswood right now. The thing is capitalizing it right now. New batsman Isuru Pannala for Rajan's College, who got 100 against Kingswood in the big match in last week. Yeah, great partnership. That was broken by Nenuka Disanaika, the captain of Kingswood College. It was a good partnership, but unfortunately it was broken at 118 runs and 19 overs. It's Isuru Bandala now getting a boundary off his first ball as he came onto the pitch. This is very good for Dharmaraja. Isuru Bandala faced the first ball and it was straight away a boundary. He was very cheeky. He was very cheeky indeed with that little bit of a tap right there from the bat. Nenuka Disanaika broke his eyes and got the first wicket for Kingswood. And here comes Isuru again.
Straight to the fielder this time. It was drop short, and Isuru Pannala.
Yeah, it's the 20th over. It's 122 for loss of 1 wicket.
At the end of 20 overs, total 122 runs with a loss of 1 wicket.
That could have been another potential wicket, but the strikers for Dharmaraja, Pulindu, was quick enough to come to the other side, the other end of the pitch. Isuru Pandala came straight away and got a boundary off his first ball faced by Nenuka Disanaika.
Keunla Pilianga on the attack for Kingswood College right now against Isuru Pannala.
Yeah, this is an oncoming dangerous partnership forming by Pulindu Pereira and Isuru Pandala. Two best friends, two teammates, the vice captains of Dharmaraja College.
Keunla Pilianga with the second ball. And batsman they changes their strikes for a single.
Yeah, Pulindu Pereira 66 of 67 deliveries, looking very good right now as he got his half century, looking for that century.
Yes, we can remember Tenuka in last one day encounter, in 34th encounter also Pulindu Pereira played a century.
And it's Pulindu facing Kenula's delivery. Pulindu goes for another solid shot that is fielded on by Kavijagamage. Over in the long off area right there.
Kavijagamage, centurion in the first innings for Kingswood College. Played really very well, hung till the last over and made Kingswood total into a respectable one on the scorecard.
Oh yeah, here was the highlight of the inning. Kavijagamage, who scored 102 runs. Gave hope for Kingswood and was a big help for that run, scoring 233 runs. It's a big chase for for Dharmaraja after Kingswood managed Another solid defense by Surapandala. Got a boundary off his first delivery. First delivery phase, and now going a bit slow in Kenua's over.
We can see very sensible batting by Rajan's batsman right now.
And steps
And
out the
again.
crease, and it's missed by the fielder. Goes through the hands to another boundary. Isuru Bandara stepped out the crease, went for a shot, missed the chance to take him out, and that was punished with a boundary by Isuru Bandara. It's the end of the 21st over. It's 129 for the fall of 1 wicket. It's 4 o'clock over here in Pallakale, and still 29 more overs to go. And Dharmaraja looking very good, 129 for the loss of 1 wicket.
They need 104 for win. This 35th one-day encounter between Kingswood and Rajans that has played for Winston Hall Memorial Trophy.
Yeah, at
And-
this stage, Kingswood were down 3 wickets, and they're trying to do the same for Dharmaraja. They did manage to get Onajat De Silva out the field with that run out by Nenuku Disanaga. Here comes the captain again for another over. Screams for an appeal. Umpire says no. Fielded back to the bowler's hands.
Captain Nenuka Disanayaka with the ball against Pulidu Pereira.
And that's another great shot over to the long on region, taken by the fielder back to the bowler's end. Takes a quick single and passes it on to Isuru Pandala, who's on strike right now for Nenuka Disanayaka's deliveries. Speaking about the atmosphere, it seems to be electric. The crowd keeps on coming, and Dharmaraja keeps on scoring. That's another strike taken by.
That's well effort by Kingswood fielders. But early over we saw that there was a misfield. I mean, there was a drop catch and considered a boundary also. So those are the chances Kingswood fielders should take to win this game, to pressurize the Dharmaraja batsman right now, because they are in a very stable position right now. And again a dot ball.
Yeah, the bowler opens up chances for the fielder to take their moment, but it's all up to the fielder to help the bowler who delivers the ball over to another great wicket. And here comes, seems to be a good run, does succeed on getting that single. It's the end of the 22nd over, 132 for 1. It seems to be another great partnership forming up between Pereira and Pandala. Strikes the ball over and it does go for another boundary. I thought the fielder was going to get to that. The fielder didn't quite attempt to field that ball. That does go for another boundary.
This is very good batting by Pulindu Pereira, pressurizing the Kingswood bowlers right now and throughout the whole inning. Another boundary considered off his bat. A very attacking innings in the run chase. 73 of 74.
It's 73 right now for Pulindu, closing in on that 100. That's another great strike by Pulindu, goes for another single, picked on by the fielder, long on. Nenuka Disanaka with another delivery in this over. Here comes it to the Pandala. Swings the bat over.
That's well fielded by the deep by Kingswoodians. Just a single.
Another great play for Dharmaraja. Managed to get a century alongside his teammate on Ajit De Silva in the last 117th Battle of the Maroons two-day encounter. That was one of the highlights, one of the main highlights in the match last week. Here comes Renuka again. Pulindu. Like I said, the crowds are forming. People are getting more excited as over goes by. That's another solid strike by Pulindu. Taken on by the long off fielder. And that's the end of the 23rd over. 139 for 1 wicket down.
Nenuka Disarnayaka takes the over.
Tried for a good shot there, but stopped by the fielder. Another solid shot stopped by Nenuka.
The ball goes straight into the bowler. Dharmaraja College 139 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
It's Pulindu Pereira and Isura Pandala forming another great partnership. And Nenuka looking to break that. Here comes another. It was a quick single. Didn't quite get the chance for another wicket.
Good run in between the wickets and collects a run. And that marks the end of the 24th over. Dharmaraja College after 24 overs, 130 runs for the loss of 1 wicket.
It's Nenuka Disanaika, captain of the Kingswood cricket team, trying to get his first wicket down. Here comes Pandala, another solid strike, missed on by Nenuka, taken by the fielder in the long on region. Passed on to Pulinda Bera, and it's the end of the 24th over. 141 for loss of 1 wicket. And it's
Kenula Pihilianga takes the ball for Kingswood. And Isuru Pandala is on strike.
Kenula Pihilianga with another over. Isuru again with the same defense technique he used in the last overs. He's 12 runs with 12 deliveries faced right now. And Pulinda Pereira 76 from 80. It's impressive by Pulinda Pereira. Here comes Isuru with a
Goes for a
good shot, but it bounces on. Doesn't go for a boundary. Manages to get another quick single.
Now Pulinda Pereira is on
They
strike.
need to be careful. They still have 91